16 reasons why you shouldn't put off getting rid of your bad habits. Keep this now. And no, it's not even about smoking and alcohol abuse. You already know all about them. 1. You run the risk of gaining excess weight. The habit of eating large portions and eating fast food, sweets and too much fatty food by the age of 30 to 40 years will give you extra pounds, which in turn can lead to endocrine disorders, cardiovascular disease, joint problems and other complications. At the same time, it will be more and more difficult to lose excess weight every year. Metabolism slows down with age and the hormonal background changes. 2. You lose strength and stamina. The habit of spending time on the couch and refusing to exercise, at least minimally, will make you weak and flabby. General stamina decreases with age. Muscular strength drops after 30 years of age. A person who does not exercise loses 12 to 14% of muscle mass every decade. 3. Your cognitive function declines. The habit of not getting enough sleep, going to bed past midnight and sacrificing sleep in favor of work or entertainment will lead you to heart and vascular problems, and also ruin your memory, attention, and creativity. 4. You're wasting your time. The habit of paging through your social networks 100 times a day, playing the computer endlessly, or arguing online with strangers whose opinion suddenly differs from yours, will take away hundreds of hours of your valuable time, which you could be spending on the things that really matter to you. For work, family, hobbies, school, after all, sleep or a nice relaxing vacation. 5. You're living someone else's life. The habit of always saying yes, even if a request or suggestion doesn't interest you very much, won't get you anywhere. Instead of minding your own business, you try to conform to other people's expectations and serve other people's interests. And okay, if you have been distracted from your work for some minor detail, here the losses are not so great. But there are also people who, out of fear of upsetting those around them, choose a profession that they do not like, create a family as a checkmark, and generally live their entire life not for themselves, but for others. Don't be like that. 6. You take on too much on yourself. The habit of doing everything yourself instead of delegating some of your tasks to others will deprive you of the time and energy you could use for something important. For example, if you work a lot and have a good income, you don't have to spend precious weekends cleaning, cooking and grocery shopping. You can invite a cleaning service and order deliveries, and in the meantime go out with family or friends. 7. You are torn between things. If you try to multitask and bounce between tasks, you risk not completing any of them. But you get as tired as if you were unloading railroad cars. Because switching from one task to another is more difficult for our brain than calmly and methodically working on one task. In addition, such frequent jumps cause a person to become stressed. The adrenal glands react by releasing adrenaline, which excites you and prevents you from concentrating on things. 8. You offend your loved ones. The habit of criticizing others will leave you feeling alone. No one likes to hear that they don't look good, don't make enough money and generally do everything wrong. Besides, criticism is one of the signs of emotional abuse. The same goes for gaslighting, a situation where you devalue someone else's feelings and try to prove to them that they take everything too personally and have no right to be angry or offended. 9. You are breaking boundaries. The habit of controlling everything can be bad for relationships, whether they are friends, romances, or parents. The fact is that trying to hold everything in your own hands is very draining. The other person is not your property, and you cannot decide for him what he does, with whom to communicate and where to go. In addition, the craving for control can reach ugly and destructive forms. Pathological jealousy, harassment, scandals. This is hardly what you want. 10. You don't give people a chance. All because of the habit of judging them on first impressions. We tend to label other people because of their gender, age, ethnicity, clothing, hobbies, and level of wealth. And we forget that behind all of these parameters is a real person, not an imaginary one, who may well turn out to be a wonderful friend, lover, or business partner. 11. You are pulling yourself into a debt trap. The habit of racking up debt is a direct path to poverty. Instead of buying quality products and clothes, traveling or investing in investments and businesses, debtors endlessly pay interest to banks. Half of people have outstanding loans, and 13% of respondents spend up to 40% of their income on monthly payments, and can't get out of this hole. And debts make life a nightmare. 12. You are letting yourself and others down. Another harmful action that pulls you back is the habit of putting things off until tomorrow. It causes us to stagnate and fail to achieve our goals. And sometimes we may even pay for inaction with money or work if, for example, we do not do the project on time or derail an important event. 13. You are not living within your means. All because of the habit of squandering money left and right. And of course, because of the fact that you treat finances carelessly, you do not keep records of income and expenses, you do not plan the budget. And as a result, you do not understand where the money goes, you hardly make it to your paycheck, and you cannot save for something big and important. 14. You allow yourself to be cheated. And it happens because you are accustomed to taking people at their word. And you have not accustomed yourself to think skeptically and carefully verify information. Because of this, you run the risk of giving money to crooks who promised you a super profitable business. Or, for example, spend money on an expensive training course, which in the end will turn out to be nothing. 15. You deprive yourself of confidence. For example, when you compare yourself to others, or when you berate and criticize. Such habits lead to a spoiled mood and to the fact that you lose the motivation and courage to go after your goals, to try new things, to stand up for your rights and values. 16. You're pushing yourself toward disappointment. And this is to blame for the habit of setting exorbitant goals, without considering either your capabilities, or how feasible the task in principle. Lose 50 pounds in a year, or learn a foreign language in the same period is impossible. And those who set such unrealistic goals, in the end, lose heart and lose faith in their abilities. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Please subscribe and like it, it will be the best motivation for me to release videos more often. Let's get better together. Write your opinion about the video in the comments. See you around.